Oh, no, 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 no.
Yo, what is up, gang? 21 gang, what is up? Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be doing something pretty simple, guys. I'm going to be telling you which script you should be using in Warzone Caldera with the Cronus Zen, and I'm going to be telling you what best anti-recoil settings you should have for ground loot, because I'll be honest, it's not that easy. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright guys, two things real quick before we jump into the video. If you need a VPN, guys, if you want to protect yourself from hackers and any of those outside threats, if you want to bypass some of that skill-based matchmaking, and if you want to get those easier lobbies, make sure you guys try out NordVPN. Right now it's like 73% off for 2 years or something crazy like that. 30-day money-back guarantee. Best VPN on the market, hands down, no doubt about it. Link will be in the description below to get that special offer. And then of course we have Patreon. We have a lot of stuff starting to pop up. We're waiting for these patches to go through. It's so frustrating. We'll get some values down and all of a sudden they'll release another update, changing blooms and stuff like that. So it's hard to stay on top of it when they keep changing the game. Unfortunately, that's the way it is with all the bugs and everything that's going on, and the way it is right now with a lot of complaints with the state of Warzone. That's just the way it is. But if you do need help, guys, and you want to help setting up your Cronus, or if you have any questions or just want to support me, make sure you guys join the Patreon. We have a great team on there that's willing and able to help you guys out. So let's go ahead and jump into what we're talking about today. And that's pretty much what script I like best with Warzone and Caldera so far, guys. So far, I prefer the Cypher Polar Apocalypse. It seems to be the best when it comes to the anti-recoil. Now, I still use Pro Aim V6. I'm kind of torn in between the two, but because recoil seems to be a little bit smoother on the Cypher script, that's why I've chosen to go with it for now. Now, of course, this can all change within a couple of days when, a couple updates come out, and that's what, like I said, is so frustrating. It's really kind of frustrating they keep updating this game and changing it. I was going to do a Bren video today and show you how to get max XP, but they went ahead and patched the plunder bug where you could, max the level weapons in, 1 hour or less, on a gun. So that's what's kind of frustrating to me. They keep changing stuff that people like, and a lot of the bugs and stuff on PC. And I hadn't even unboxed my PS5, guys. It's just sitting here. So with this Cypher script, guys, I'm going to show you today what values as far as anti-recoil goes. What's your best baseline for this floor loot? Because we can be honest, guys, it sucks. The floor guns are absolutely terrible unless you get like a gold AS44 or something like that. Some of these LMGs, the recoil is just absolutely insane. So let's see if we can find that good baseline. So go ahead and try this Cypher script out. It is in my Discord. If you're not a member, make sure you go ahead and join it. Alright boys, so we're in the game right now. Pretty much I've got these recoil settings now. This is just a pretty much stock brand right now. Almost something that you would pick up. The only thing that maybe would be different is that it wouldn't have the scope on it. So whenever you have a scope, you're probably going to have to turn it up a little bit more. But this seems to be the best baseline for what you guys want. What we want basically, guys, with Bloom, it's going to do that random circular pattern. That's more of the aim assist, but we want it to pretty much stay in its place, right? So as you can see, the recoil is still going to get that bloom motion, which we could go into the aim assist and go ahead and decrease the range a little bit to kind of get this more of a circular pattern. The biggest thing is we want it to be within that same line. So usually what I'll do, guys, I'll probably set up a legacy AR or something like that. Now, whenever we get into the specific guns, like I'll be doing a video on the Bren next, since this kind of seems to be the new meta, which we thought it was going to be more of like the Type 100 and the Automaton, and then of course they went and nerfed it, I think last Wednesday. So now a lot of people are using this Bren, so we'll go ahead and upload a video on the anti-recoil. Right now I've got it pretty down pat. I just got to fix the aim assist, as you can see. That's pretty nuts, right? So those are like vertical and horizontal times, and I'll go ahead and upload those to my Patreon. And then we'll do a video on it next week as well. So that's what we want. We don't want it to be pulling up like that. We don't want it to be pulling down. If it's down, you got to decrease it. If it's going up, you got to increase it, right? So pretty much what I usually do for your ground loot, guys. Anyway, as I was saying, with this Cypher script, guys, there's basically two ways you can set up your recoil. Now, I recommend setting it up with a progressive with a little bit of Cold War Rumble AR, or you could just do Legacy AR. So there's two ways of doing it, guys. Basically, you've got two ways. So you can set it up as a Cold War Rumble AR with progressive on, which is the way I usually do it, or you could just set it up as Legacy AR without progressive, and then you won't get the same type of recoil, but you'll still get that good baseline recoil control. So I'll kind of go over those two options for you, see which one you like better. As you can see in the video right here, I'm kind of going in between the two, and then I'll kind of just, you know, try some different weapons out just to see what that good baseline is. The progressive kind of definitely works better when it comes to the mid-range and long-range weapons. I will say that for sure. So definitely try the progressive values out first, and then of course we can switch between them if you want to. Definitely check them out. So let's go ahead and swap over to the Cronus, and I'll show you the two different types of recoil settings that I use. Alright guys, so I'm on my lapel mic and I'm recording. I'm going to show you guys the screen real quick, just what I'm using for floor loot. Now keep this in mind, of course, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. So we've got the cipher script here, so we're going to go ahead and pull up the options by holding down left trigger and options on your PS4 controller. If you have Xbox, it's going to be the, I think, start menu. So go ahead and hit anti-recoil. So I've got it set up with progressive. Now keep this in mind, if you're not going to run progressive, all I recommend doing, the only thing you really want to do is go in here, turn legacy AR on, and then go ahead and change the value to about 30 to 35 and the -1 for the horizontal. But if you want to use progressive recoil, which is going to give you that better recoil control, what I recommend doing, like I said in the earlier part of the video, what I recommend doing is turn on Cold War Rumble AR. All you need to do, guys, is put like a vertical at 10, and then horizontal, just leave it as it is. And then we're gonna scroll over and we're gonna put progressive AR on. And these are the values I have for now. I'm 7.7 sensitivity, like a 103 FOV on PC. It's gonna be a little bit different for people on console. So I've got my vertical start at 29. Mid, of course, is gonna be at 44. When you get that mid, guys, you always want your mid to be a little bit higher than your start, of course, because as we know, in between, basically in the middle of the magazine, your gun's gonna go up in the middle. We wanna kind of bring that up, increase that strength a little bit. So I've got that up at 44 and then end at 32. We want it to end about where we started. So always gonna have a little bit higher mid than you are on the end and the start. Anywhere from 2800 to 3200 for the vertical time seems to work best for me. I haven't worried about horizontal start yet. The only thing I would do maybe is go like -2 on the start and then, you know, -1 on the end. You don't get a whole lot of horizontal recoil, of course. We don't want to do too much, guys, so we want to kind of minimize it so that way your aim assist can take over. This is what I'm using for floor loot. It's not the perfect settings. There's not going to be perfect settings yet. It's probably going to take a month or two to get those until everything is patched and they quit updating everything. But this is what I'm using so far, and it seems to work out really, really well. And I'm also using this with a Bren loadout at the moment, so I don't really have to switch recoil values or switch scripts when I get my loadout. Try it out. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Hit a like on this video. Make sure you smash that sub button. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. All that good stuff. If you need help, join the Patreon. We got a VPN affiliate through NordVPN if you want to bypass some of the skill-based matchmaking like Huskers and Munex. All them guys do. Try it out. 30-day money back guarantee. We'll see you on the next video. Peace and love, boys. We're out.